So what happens to a narcissist after they discard you, right? A lot of people ask me, are you no longer important to them? Will they care? Do they care? And if they'll try to come back, or is it really just like game over? Y'all, I get this question a lot, all right? People always ask me, is it just game over? Do they just move on, forget about you, cut you off? Have they fallen in love with somebody else, which is one of the craziest questions. But I get it, I get it. I've been there. And like I said, people are in different stages who really don't understand the discard. And even though I've made a lot of videos about this once before, I still want y'all to understand how this actually works. Because a lot of people who don't understand still have questions. And as I told y'all in the video before, I try to answer the questions as they come in, depending on, where they are. Because people are in different stages who really don't understand narcissists at all. So, what happens to a narcissist after they discard you? You see, the truth is the narcissist will continue the cycle of ideation, love bombing, devalue, and discard. Okay? And the Hoover on the next person. This is just what they do. The same way they did with you. Now, bear in mind that they are also grooming several potential new sources of narcissistic supply at all times. People are in various stages of the cycle. You see, every single day, somebody, even if it's only one person, sees them for who they are and decides to stay away from them and disengage from them. And the narcissist knows this. So the narcissist is perpetually cultivating new victims to replace those who actually escape. So what happens to a narcissist? Hey, business as usual. That's what happens. You see, I've done no contact. Will they care and come back, or is it game over? You see, the question shows that you are in early stages of breaking free from the trauma bond and that you don't fully understand what happened to you. And I get that. People don't fully understand what is going on. You don't fully understand what the narcissist really is. And, lastly, you don't understand the purpose of no contact. This is why y'all ask these questions. But don't fret, okay? I am not criticizing you at all. I promise I'm not. We who survived narcissistic abuse have all been where you are right now, with the exact same questions. I almost want to say, welcome to the club. But it's a club that no one should ever want to be a part of, should ever want to be in. A club that, in a just and fair, perfectly designed universe, would never actually exist, y'all. It just wouldn't. Normal people don't behave this way. However, reality is yucky and messy. And so here we are. The narcissist will not care and come back. You see, the narcissist never cared to begin with. It was all an act. Everything you experienced in those wonderful early days of the relationship, excuse my language, y'all, it was fake. It was all fake. It was manipulation to tap your deepest emotions. That's all it was, all for the purpose of the narcissist obtaining narcissistic supply. That's it. That's all. Seriously. It was never really about you at all. Ever. It will never be about you. It was all about meeting the delusional cravings and wants of the narcissist. Now, there is a stage in the cycle called the Hoover. And Hoover is named after the vacuum cleaner. It's designed to suck you back into their delusional world. The Hoover does not mean that they care. It just doesn't mean that. Remember, getting narcissistic supply is their goal, is their only goal. Even if outwardly they appear to have come back, remember, it is a trap. That's all. It's a trap. You see, the purpose of the Hoover is to obtain more narcissistic supply. If their current source is unavailable or loses its novelty or becomes stale and lackluster, nothing more. It could be something as insane as a primary source of narcissistic supply is unavailable. Say you're unavailable from 9 to 5, okay? So to keep themselves busy, they send, let's say, 10 text messages, okay, at about 10 o'clock to previously discarded people like you and me, okay? Someone who doesn't know any better, someone who hasn't blocked them on their phone, their text, their emails, their social media, and they might see their message and think, oh my God, my prayers are answered. He does love me. She does love me after all. They do miss me, okay? You think you're on your way to being restored. The divorce was a misunderstanding. You can't stop true love. This is what you're thinking. And you'll send a reply that's friendly and approachable and non-smothering, okay? This is what you'll do when you'll respond because you don't know any better, right? You think that they found out that, hey, listen, they've had an epiphany. Listen, they want me back. It's not over. Maybe they have, made up in their mind that they do want, to be back with me. It isn't what I thought it was. Nope, that's not it at all. Not it at all. You see, the narcissist was merely bored. And they sent the same message to a dozen discarded people, just curious as to how many will be revisited in the future for more narcissistic supply. Okay? So while several people take the time out to reply to the narcissist, and the narcissist merely looks at their phone and thinks, 10 messages, 8 replies. Hey, that's a 58% chance on a return investment. I'll just leave these 7 people on unread until the next time I'm bored. This is how they work. And the Hoover can take many forms. It can range from actually knocking at your door, professing love, lying, okay? It's all fake, but professing their love and desire to rekindle, to clicking a like button on social media platform that you haven't blocked them on yet. Or whoops, wrong number, when they send out a text message, to a laughably ridiculous cease and desist letter from a $5 a month legal shield, right? It's a hack sent by the narcissist to tell you to quit doing something that you aren't doing concerning a matter that you aren't even involved in, or all of the above. All this stuff is hoovering. That's how they drag you back in. But it's really game over. And people wonder, is it really game over? And sometimes it's a really tricky question because the outcome was foregone conclusion from day one. Ideation, love bombing, devalue, discard, and hoover. That part is immutable, okay? The parts that are more elastic, more fluid, or the length of time in each cycle. Your devalue stage leading to a discard might have been 4 months. For example, your replacement, devalue stage might have been over a year, right? So the hoover might come a few weeks after the discard. The other person's hoover might have been a year and a half later, right? And other items factor into this, including how much narcissistic supply you are providing, how much infidelity, gaslighting, and BS that you're willing to tolerate before you call them out and hold them accountable for whatever they've done to you. But the ending was written by the narcissist from the moment that they met you, right? Or is it really game over? It is game over when you decide it is. When you decide to step away from the dumpster, right? You decide to leave the train wreck and begin restoring yourself. That is when it's game over for the narcissist. You see, to begin healing, you need a foundation, a solid foundation. Just like when you're constructing a new building, the first step is to go no contact. Block the narcissist on phone, text, email, social media, everything. And you see, here is where many people of narcissistic abuse misinterpret what no contact is and the purpose of no contact. No contact puts as many barriers and hurdles and obstacles as possible between the narcissist and you for your well-being. No doubt whatsoever, right, that during your devalue stage, you at least once suffered the silent treatment. And it's a form of emotional abuse designed to manipulate you and force you to comply with what the narcissist wants from you. For example, say you catch the narcissist cheating on you. You could walk in on them, right? You could catch them in bed with somebody else. Catch them in bed with somebody else, right? Having sex with this person. You naturally confront the narcissist, right? And they will gaslight you. They will gaslight you. Right? Trying to tell you what you just saw, you really didn't see, right? And when the gaslighting fails, right, they disappear and become unreachable. That's the silent treatment. It's designed to punish you until you comply with what the narcissist wants. It is a temporary and, y'all, it's something to get you. It's temporary, though. It's something to get you to comply with whatever they want from you. So when they go silent after you just caught them down bad, right? They'll go silent to punish you for what you saw, right? Until you're convinced, or they feel you're convinced that what you saw, you didn't see, or you won't bring it up anymore to them. This is why they'll do that after you know what you saw. It's just temporary to manipulate you. No contact is quite different. It's done for you, not the narcissist. And if it's done correctly, it is permanent. on your behalf. No contact is not here in order for you to manipulate the narcissist. It's not here to dictate an outcome. In fact, the no contact is not about the narcissist at all. It's all about you. It's to give you the breathing room, the elbow room that you need to heal. It's not the finish line of healing. It is only the beginning steps. It's the beginning steps to your healing process. It's the first step. Start by blocking the narcissist on your phone, text, email, and all social media platforms that you may have. That's what you have to do. Now, the narcissist won't make it easy. They can still get your new phone numbers or find your social media accounts and annoy you, attempting to spy on you. But instead of replying or reacting to the narcissist when it's detected, just block them as they pop up. This is what you have to do. You see, your journey ahead won't be easy, but it's necessary if you want your life back. This is what no contact rule is in place for. Block the narcissist. Get rid of the narcissist. This is how you get rid of them. The silent treatment is not designed for you to, punish the narcissist, to get them to act right. Because guess what? That won't work. That will never work. And we don't play games with evil. We don't play games with the narcissist. When you decide that you've had enough, and listen, y'all, when they're gaslighting you and constantly abusing you emotionally, some of y'all physical abuse, you have to understand that it's not done for the narcissist. It's done for you. And until you do these things, y'all, they're going to continue to behave like this in your life. It will not stop. You have to allow yourself the time to start to heal and not play games with a narcissist. No contact is not for 6 months. No contact is not for a year. No contact is not for you to show them that you can match their energy. No contact is forever. Cut them off. Leave them where they are. Stop playing with these jerks. Quit playing with these clowns. Quit wondering if the discard, is forever or if they're going to hoover you and try to come back. Who wants the narcissist? And even though we're all in different stages, right, you still have been abused. And it's going to get worse. Some of y'all, I'm not going to say got out of there unscathed, right? But you did, manage to catch on to what this person was doing to you and get out of there before they just tore you completely down. You'll never deal with the narcissist and come out smelling like roses, right? But you got to understand what you've been through and get away. Because everything they do to come back into your life, it's a trap. Just like they're texting and talking to you and telling you certain things after the Discord, sending you messages and all this type of stuff. They're doing the same thing with anybody else that they have trapped in their life. Anybody stuck in that cycle, they're doing the same thing with them, messaging them, seeing who will answer first, getting you all riled up, making you think that they've had an epiphany and they've changed and something is different about them now and they're no longer this person. Y'all, it's a game and it's lies, and they're always what? Playing the game. The game stops when you stop it. Just like they're doing these things with you, they're doing it with a bunch of other individuals. Some people like when the narcissist is still reaching out to them, is trying to get back in their life. These are foolish people is what I call these people. They're fools. There's no way possible you could allow someone to be in your life, abuse you, and then want them to come back to you. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. You can't make it up. The narcissist doesn't care. And coming back to you is not for the reasons that you think. Reaching out to you is not for the reasons that you think. Everything that they do is to obtain narcissistic supply. All of it. They have to use you to stay afloat. They have to feed off of you to stay afloat. Like I said before, I get lots of people are in different stages, but understand that they're never coming back to you because they decided that you were good for them or that they miss you. Y'all got to understand that. When they discard you, the cycle continues with somebody else. Ideation, love bombing, devalue, discard, and hoover. This is what they do. That's just it. The same way they did with you, they do with anybody else. You're never the only person that they're doing this with. So the discard, if you're sitting there waiting for the narcissist, and listen, you're waiting for evil to walk back into your life and do what they didn't do the first time. This is why they try to come back to you, to finish the job. I hope I help somebody. That's it for this video, guys. Take the time out to like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time.